Hi, it's Jeremy from RetroShop, and we're going to go through the quick connections on the 4th Gen Quad headlight HIDs. So what we have here, this is a driver side headlight for a 4th Gen Quad Ram, and we'll get to where all these wires and stuff go. Let's start with the relay harness. Now when you pull this out of the bag, it's going to look like a big octopus of wires. And, you know, nothing to be intimidated over. Give you a quick overview of what everything is here. We'll keep everything pretty much wound up here, just for simplicity's sake. But, start off with your relays here. Both of these you'll see have a little LED in them. So those will light up if you have power going to it and the system is turned on. It's a quick visual to ensure that you have, you know, correct continuity going to here, and you know, just a quick visual. You've got a connection here, see here, and then you've got your capacitor. So this is the capacitor here. So you've got a connection, you've got a ground. Keep this plugged in. This is what goes into the harness itself and feeds it. We'll get back to where this goes in a second. This little red wire here with the fuse in it, and the connection here goes to the 12-volt battery post, or you can run it to the fuse box. There's a 12-volt jumper there. You will have two blue and black wires go into a plug, just like these, and they have a ground coming off of each of them. These are for your ballast. So here, ballast. So what you have here, you've got two connections here that go to your bulbs. Got a connection here that goes from this harness right in. And you'll see positive and negative. Positive is your blue, negative is your black. I don't know if you can see that in the video there, but it's marked. So, where do these connections go? They go to your bulb. Now the bulb itself is already lined up with the dust cap here. So there's a hole drilled here. Typically we use a hole saw. This is a 7/8 inch hole saw. Drill this out, and then you can use the grommet that comes with the bulb to fill this in. Here's what this looks like when you guys get it. You know, the grommet here just gets plugged in. So you'll notice that you have, you know, your HID bulb, two bare wires. These are your connections here that go to the ballast. There's only one way that these go in. So plug that in, plug that in, easy enough. Keep in mind your ballast can go wherever you want. There's no right or wrong answer to where you mount them. Just put them wherever you want. Some people put them behind the headlight, above the headlight, you know, wherever works. These other two connections here, these other two wires, basically on the driver's side, this is what will give your HID harness its power, you know, the trigger. So what you have here, we're going to plug this in. When you put this bulb inside of the light, you'll notice that the old halogen bulb has been removed. So we're going to pull this out, pull your wiring out, and we'll go ahead and mount the bulb just for ease here. Now what you end up having here, you've got your connection here. This is your OEM connection inside the light. You got two wires here. So you see you've got your white and black. We have red and black. Black always goes to black. So you can plug these directly in, or you can use this connection that is sent with the kit. Now this connection itself here can only go in one way. So you'll want to pre-test this, make sure that it fits in here, because when you flip it around, it doesn't fit. So I'm not going to plug these in because it's a royal pain to get these things back out. But you'll want to test this here, you know, plug this in and go, okay, black is here, black is here. You can pull this out then and push this connection in. And you could always use a pair of needle nose pliers just to pull it through. You know, no big deal. Or, again, I typically don't even use them. I just plug it in. You know, it's underneath, it's inside the light. It's really not going to go anywhere. So, after that's plugged in, you'll have this little wire coming out. And this here is what goes to this connection from the relay harness. So this has your capacitor link here. Plugs right in. Ground this, and you're set. After you get everything plugged in, I highly recommend that you run a quick test. Before you put the headlights back in the truck, you know, everything kind of loose, turn the headlights on with the truck off. Let them warm up for about 15-20 seconds, and then shut them off. Count how long it takes for them to turn off. If it's not, you know, if there's no delay, what you need to do is come back in here, flip these connections here. You know, this should always go black to black, but if for whatever reason something in the capacitor was mixed up or whatever, it's simple just to flip it here before you get this connection here all plugged in. Okay? So, check that before you button everything up. Save some time, you know, if there's any issues in the future. So, everything's plugged in there, you know, easy peasy, no big deal. You have to remember as well, this is your OEM connection on the actual headlight. This remains plugged in. Keep that plugged into the green plug. Plug back in your parking lights when you're all done. I get a lot of questions as well. What happens on the passenger side? Well, the passenger side, this doesn't get plugged in. You only need one trigger, you know, to plug into the lights. So leave this in here. You know, if you want, you can plug it inside the light. I don't. I just shove the wires out of the way, shove this down, and then put this back on. Keep the wire in there because it keeps this closed. That way you're not going to get water inside the headlight. This can dangle off the side on the passenger side, no big deal. And that concludes what we have here for the 4th gen wiring. If you have any questions, hit me up an email. Thank you very much.